That's how look Egypt cat. For Egypt cat, everything here is legal. Come, cat, and talk to me about Pharaoh.
Расскажешь нам про пирамиды, про фараонов. Вот так мы проводим время в Египте.
That's how we ride on the camels. I and my wife,
Чувствовать себя.
and we in Sinai Desert. My wife camel wants to eat or drink. And now we're back for our trip
Всю Синайскую
around
пустыню мы
Sinai
проехали
Desert.
на верблюде.
It's not that easy to get up from a camel.
Такое вот прозрачное.
That's how look clearly a Red Sea.
Название, наверное, от этого
And she have red stone.
никто не знает.
Maybe red stones it's mean Red Sea. Let's go to snorkeling in Red Sea. Okay, we're ready to dive with my wife Albina. Let's go.
The Red Sea is a sea inlet of the Indian Ocean, lying between Africa and Asia. Its connection to the ocean is in the south, through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait and the Gulf of Aden. To its north lie the Sinai Peninsula, the Gulf of Aqaba, and the Gulf of Suez, leading to the Suez Canal. It is underlain by the Red Sea Rift, which is part of the Great Rift Valley. The Red Sea has a surface area of roughly 438,000 square kilometers, is about 2,250 kilometers long, and 355 kilometers wide at its widest point. It has an average depth of 490 meters, and in the central Suakin Trough, it reaches its maximum depth of 3,040 meters, 9,970 feet. Approximately 40% of the Red Sea is quite shallow at less than 100 meters deep, and about 25% is less than 50 meters deep. The extensive shallow shelves are noted for their marine life and corals. More than 1,000 invertebrate species and 200 types of soft and hard coral live in the sea. The Red Sea is the world's northernmost tropical sea and has been designated a global 200 ecoregion. The English term Red Sea is a direct translation of the ancient Greek Erythra thalassa. Red Sea has names in many languages of the region: Arabic, Al-Bahr al-Ahmar, Coptic, Fiom en-Ha, Tigrinya, Sheikh Bahri, Somali, Badakas, Afar, Kasabad Hebrew, Hayam Ha'adom, Hebrew, the name in Hebrew, Biblical Yam Suf, Hebrew, Sea of Reeds. The association of the Red Sea with the biblical account of the Israelites crossing the Red Sea is ancient, and was made explicit in the Septuagint translation of the book of Exodus from Hebrew to Koine Greek in approximately the 3rd century BC. In that version, the Yam Suf is translated as Erythra thalassa, Red Sea. The Red Sea is between arid land, desert, and semi-desert. Reef systems are better developed along the Red Sea mainly because of its greater depths and an efficient water circulation pattern. The Red Sea water mass exchanges its water with the Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean via the Gulf of Aden. These physical factors reduce the effect of high salinity caused by evaporation in the north and relatively hot water in the south. The climate of the Red Sea is the result of two monsoon seasons, a northeasterly monsoon and a southwesterly monsoon. Monsoon winds occur because of differential heating between the land and the sea. Very high surface temperatures and high salinities make this one of the warmest and saltiest bodies of seawater in the world. The average surface water temperature of the Red Sea during the summer is about 26 degrees Celsius, 79 degrees Fahrenheit, in the north, and 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, in the south, with only about 2 degrees Celsius, 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit, variation during the winter months. The overall average water temperature is 22 degrees Celsius.
A lot of goats in Jordan.
How your name, brother? How your name? Alan. Alan? Alan. Alan. Okay.
The Colored Canyon is a canyon located in the southeast of the Sinai Peninsula, on the Et Ti Plateau in the Sinai Mountains, northwest of the city of Nuweiba, South Sinai Governorate, Egypt. The canyon is named for its multicolored sandstone cliffs, from white to bright red, with inclusions of granite, cobalt, copper, and ancient corals. The color of the rocks in some places is very bright, with a prismatic metallic sheen. In other places, the color of the stone is very soft and gentle. The sandstones that make up the canyon are painted in various colors: red, pink, yellow, gray, purple, white.
И вот на таком джипе мы прокатились.
We rode in an old Toyota Land Cruiser. It's perfect car for desert.
Моя жена с Арафаткой. И джипы Land Cruiser.
These cars are very reliable.
Хорошие. И вот
And
каньон.
now we see Colored Canyon.
Сколько фигуры, сколько формы, горы.
Our Egypt guide speak in Russia.
Дом леса, ночью, дом леса.
Вот, идем по каньону.
Now we're walking in the canyon
Египетскому.
and looking how it's beautiful, how it's colored,
Очень красиво.
and we are very happy.
Различные.
A lot of red and brown colors.
Вот так. Эба. И вот такие вокруг виды.
And how it's look around.
Ну, звук
It's a
каньона.
canyon sound.
Идем по песку, по гравию такому.
Here is the sun.
красным оттенком.
Everywhere red color.
Везде как лестница,
There used to be water here.
но видно по
We see here green bushes here,
да, бывает.
and they need water.
И вот такая вот красота. Тут
And here it's nice view. Before I think here waterfall. Now you see it my wife.
резонирует
She looks great in canyon. And we go back couple minutes and we back.
обратно. Ну что ж,
And here we go back because it's evening and sun go down.
нас никто
And we want to go back in our 5 stars hotel
должны.
before when we close it. Of course I'm joking. 5 stars hotels never closing. But who's know? It's hard to be climbing when my hands busy.
Взяли с собой воду.
We buy water for drink, but here it's not hot. Weather here it's
Пригодится,
perfect,
если только
and we don't
захотите
want to drink.
бурную речку.
Better we live with water for animals, or for bush, or trees.
Тут не жарко, не холодно,
We're still happy for this weather.
чтобы походить,
It's weather it's perfect.
полюбоваться.
The canyon is a naturally formed, most likely as a result of an earthquake, giant crack in the sandy cliffs, a well-preserved ancient seabed. For several centuries, water and wind have carved a depression in the red sandstone. During the rains, it rains on average 4 times a year. The canyon, which usually dries up during the year, is flooded with water. Then the water flows into the Wadi, a drying river, Wadi Watir. The length of the colored canyon is 5 kilometers. The height is 25 to 30 meters. The width is from 2 to 10 meters. From the asphalt road to the canyon is about 15 kilometers. Near the colored canyon is Mount Gebel El Berka, and to the west of the colored is the White Canyon. Its bottom is strewn with fine light sand. Further on, the passage becomes so narrow that its width is barely enough for only one person. The stone of the walls gradually changes. Over the layers of stone of different colors, shapes, and thicknesses, erosion has worked for thousands of years.
Вот такое вот небо.
That's how
в нашей
looks sky
гостинице.
from our 5 stars hotel. It's a beautiful red and blue color. I asked my wife, can you drive with quadricycle? She agreed to drive and we'll go. I ride with my wife to diving because I want to find something interesting underwater and show for you something like shell or beautiful fish.
И вот посмотрите,
And look at that. I found shell. It's amazing. It's a very big, huge, beautiful shell. He is talking for us. Listen, it's a sea sound.
Слышите?
The Red Sea is a rich and diverse ecosystem. For example, more than 1,200 fish species have been recorded in the Red Sea, of which 10% are endemic, found nowhere else. Since the opening of the Suez Canal in November 1869, over 1,000 marine species from the Red Sea, from plankton, seaweeds, invertebrates to fishes, have migrated northward and settled in the Mediterranean Sea, to the point that a number of them now form a significant component of the Mediterranean ecosystem. The resulting change in biodiversity, without precedent in human memory, is currently accelerating, in particular for fishes according to surveys engaged by the Mediterranean Science Commission. The rich diversity of the Red Sea is in part due to the 2,000 kilometers of coral reef extending along its coastline. These fringing reefs are 5,000 to 7,000 years old and are largely formed of stony acropora and porous corals. The reefs form platforms and sometimes lagoons along the coast, and occasional other features such as cylinders, such as the Blue Hole. The Red Sea also hosts many offshore reefs, including several true atolls. Many of the unusual offshore reef formations defy classic Darwinian coral reef classification schemes and are generally attributed to the high levels of tectonic activity that characterize the area. Both offshore and coastal reefs are visited by pelagic species of fish, including many of the 44 recorded species of shark, and by many species, over 175, of nudibranch, many of which are endemic to the Red Sea. Other coastal Red Sea habitats include seagrass beds, salt pans, mangrove, and salt marsh. Furthermore, the deep Red Sea brine pools have been extensively studied with regard to their microbial life, characterized by its diversity and adaptation to extreme environments. The high marine biodiversity of the area is recognized by the Egyptian government, which set up the Ras Mohammed National Park in 1983. The rules and regulations governing this area protect local marine life, which has become a major draw for diving enthusiasts who should be aware that although most Red Sea species are innocuous, a few are hazardous to humans. There is extensive demand for desalinated water to meet the needs of the population and the industries along the Red Sea. There are at least 18 desalination plants along the Red Sea coast of Saudi Arabia, which discharge warm brine and treatment chemicals, chlorine and antiscalants, that bleach and kill corals and cause diseases in the fish. This is only localized, but it may intensify with time and profoundly impact the fishing industry. The Red Sea became a popular destination for diving after the expeditions of Hans Haas in the 1950s, and later by Jacques-Yves Cousteau. Popular tourist resorts in Egypt, Hurghada, Marsa Alam, and Sharm el-Sheikh.
Now we ride with taxi to Catholic Church.
Приехали в костел.
Now we arrive in Rome Catholic
То
Church.
есть по-русски
It's very interesting because his son
светится.
very interesting on the church.
Это означает Бог с нами.
It's amazing. It's like baptism.
Очень много охраны.
Very unusual,
Охранники.
but a lot of security
которые
with
сейчас
gun
охрану надо.
around church. Now we go in another church. It's Egyptian Coptic church.
Ну, такое я первый раз встречаю, так как тут страна мусульманская. Как бы это и нормально по всему периметру.
Also around security with police and soldiers.
И охрана везде вокруг, охрана через металлодетектор.
We had to go through metal detectors,
Везде вооружен.
but for ours it's not problem.
Так охраняют от
I think they afraid radical people who think differently.
вот такая вот мощная
Copt
церковь
church
коптская.
in Egypt, very big, very huge, and very beautiful.
Есть и
Around everything is clear.
ресторанчик,
We
столовая,
see small hotel
магазин
near,
пищевой,
different shops with food,
какими-то
with
религиозными
souvenir,
ладанами,
and everything is perfect.
даже гостевой дом. Территория большая.
Today is
и
Sunday,
очень много людей.
and inside the church
Коптов приходит.
a lot of Egyptian Copt.
И мы купили еду. Никто нас не обсчитал. Купили что-то попробовать. Ну и мы очень довольны. И видим, что хороших людей есть везде в мире.
These people not afraid to profess their religion.
يا ملاك الذبيحة الطاهر إلى الرب تسبح اسكن أمام الرب يغفر خطاياك المسبح.
Очень много людей.
Church of people.
Часто ходят в церковь, но забывают.
Here we see
А тут вот
10 God commandments.
сразу же
They write on different language, Arabic, English, German, Russian. You need to have one God, not kill, not steal,
не
not lie.
прелюбодействуй, не кради. Вот и
Here
мы
is
с
a
тобой
police car
поедем
for our convoy.
все вместе за полицейскими.